Hi, today I'm going to explain what is my blocks.
Hello guys,
So,
you know me, it's Scratch
oh.
Cat, and I have a very
So, go to Create and I'll explain it what it is. So, first, what is my blocks? So it's just a block that you make for yourself that contains that you could define it to make your own custom block. So just click on make a block and name it whatever you want. So let me just name it collision, and there. So let me just paint a new sprite, and let me just make a big wall so this guy cannot go through it. Okay, so now put one green flag clicked and put it go to there and add show to, and also a costume in case set size too. Okay, now go to the sprite. So this block could do in forever if we are touching the sprite tool, then we do something. So how will we do collision? So let me just go to so you know what an input is, right? So what is an input? Is the thing that you could do, that you could put numbers in it or letters. So why would we need it? So let's just look. We put a repeat. No, we put a wait and a steps. And now, and then we wait steps, and then we just move 10 steps. Seems easy, right? Yes. And then let's just go to this. How many do you want to wait? So if you just put 1 and click on it, see, it will work. And that's what it is for. And what are these Boolean blocks for? What are these Boolean blocks for? It's for the if statements. So put steps in here and put an equals. And did you know that you put set in here? I don't know why, but it still works. And look, it still could actually be put in there. It's cool, right? So if the steps is equal to something or anything, so if 0 equals steps, which is true, then we'll do something. That's what it's for. So now for the last thing we need to do is labels. What are labels for? It's for when we type something that we don't, and then we add an input, we just do something like that, and hey, now we just need to add an, look, it just looks like collision, forgot and gunun. So that's what it's for. So let's try to add some collision to it. Do you delete all of these things? You don't need these. That's what the labels are for. Okay, so let me put the collision steps. So first, let me put a forever loop and put a change x and a change y by the minus, duplicate it, put that in there by the sensing category, put the key, right arrow, duplicate again, and left arrow, and duplicate this, and put this in here, and make this to up arrow and down arrow. So look, now we have controls. Yay! But we didn't put that into one green flag click. So, put one green flag clicked, and put these in there. Yay! So now you could move. But it's pretty slow, so put in multiply by 5 and duplicate this too. So put it in there, and we're same with this too. And let's just drag that in there. This too. So now it will go faster. Yay! But we didn't add collisions, so it will just go through it. So let's add an if we are touching the sprite 2. Now we use steps, okay? Now we need to say goodbye to these things. So what we need to do is delete these guys. But why? Because we need this move. So let me just add base if statements first. Yep. And now we put every key that you want. Oh, it's gonna take a long time, yeah. So if the key up arrow and then key down arrow, oh, and then key, oh, and then key right arrow, and then key left arrow. Then we'll move collisions, and then we'll move steps. And now, look, and now we'll put minus, there. That's what we're for. But I'll do a little tweaking. Let's add a new block, naming it try move, and then we'll put these moves in here. And also we edit this try move and input of steps. I learned this from GriffPatch, and now we just put this out and then put these steps in. Now for this, let's just edit this and change these things into movement. Now, okay. And then we'll just put a try move by 2 and duplicate this, and by -2, and then for this we'll just turn right arrow, we turn clockwise, and by 2 degrees, and duplicate this and make this into a left by 2 degrees. And now put this whole if into this if, and just need to rename this into the wall. Oh, sorry, wall. And then if we're touching wall, then duplicate this, put this in here, and move this down, and get a minus and a 0 minus steps. And that would be 0. Well, look what it happens. Look what happens. Oh, it doesn't move. Maybe because it's stuck in a wall. Okay, we need to move it to here. And then we need to put it here. There we go. And look at that. But it's completely stuck. So, you know some of these happens, right? So, if we put these out, okay? What if we put these out? And we don't need anything. We just need it to go there. And now, we edit this and delete this. And then we OK and add a forever loop and add a repeat until we're touching the wall. So we repeat this until we're not touching the wall, and then we move 5 steps forever, and then when we are touching the wall, you put this repeat out if you want. When we are touching the wall, we need to move backwards. And then put another repeat until we are not touching the wall. Like that. And put this into a forever loop. Let's see if it works. And we need to put the try move in there. Yes, you see it bounce. And it sounds really hard that we don't like it. So, now let me remind you with the powerful run without screen refresh. It runs very fast, super fast, even fast more than Flash. So, take it and see the magic. Look. But it might get really laggy, so let me just make this draggable. Go into the setting category and set drag mode to draggable. Now, it's maybe pretty laggy, but look, it goes very fast. Yes, it goes very fast, and we love it. So, now you know what is these hat blocks, which is make a block in my blocks in the Scratch. Now, go create some projects, and I'll see you in a video. And make sure to subscribe. Bye! Wait, okay. Bye! And I don't want to save this. Nope, I don't want to save this. And I'll delete it. And make sure to actually watch my 11th. Look at this. You see this? That's our project with 472 blocks that I made. Look at that. So beautiful. And it's all in my series of how to make a donut clicker. So, make sure to watch that. And yes. Bye.